Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is video number 2 out of 2. If you haven't caught video number 1 earlier on, that was your England versus Slovenia preview. So head over there and go and look at the absolute calamity that's gone down. You know what, we might as well start with that because basically what I said in that preview has already come true. It was so predictable, man. This manager, he's not even a manager at this point. He's not a manager. I refuse to call him a manager. Gareth Southgate is a criminal. He's a criminal. Again, I stress this, not on a personal level. I don't know the guy. Apparently, he's a very nice guy. Much like Graham Potter's a very nice guy. But this is what's happening for tomorrow. Check this out. Gareth Southgate is set to ignore calls to make wholesale changes against Slovenia as England boss keeps faith with the majority of the team that's been heavily criticised at Euro 2024. Conor Gallagher for Trent Alexander-Arnold, the only expected change. I've used this analogy before and I'm going to use it again. Just like The Rock once said all those years ago, a blind stuck in the basement Stevie Wonder would have seen this coming. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about England. I didn't think it could get any lower than having to what we dealt with as Chelsea fans in the season. And now England are sending us in this direction. It's like a further pit through hell. It's crazy, unbelievable. So that's what's happening over there. We'll see what happens tomorrow, eh? We'll see. Great management that is Gareth Southgate. Fantastic. Let's move into club matters, Chelsea matters. And actually, before we jump into that, the Euros tonight, wow. I mean, games are currently being played right now. Italy losing to Croatia 1-0, Modric missing that penalty, and then scoring from 33 seconds afterwards. So they are about to go second into the group. Italy might be in danger of being eliminated. They might not make it as a third place team, not on 3 points. So it's not looking good for Italy. Not looking good. Will there be further disappointment with the Italians? We'll see. Club football, the latest, starting with this. Guirassy has decided to leave Stuttgart. Guirassy has informed Stuttgart, as also via Bild. Dortmund, AC Milan and Arsenal are in the race. Chelsea, out. Yeah. And you want to know why they're out? I'll show you why they're out, actually. I'll show you why they're out. Big up to the Chelsea Chiellini. Chelsea have agreed terms with Argentine -9-month-old sperm in a deal with £40 million with add-ons. That is amazing. Shout out to Dan. So the Chelsea Chiellini. Shout out to him. He's nailed it. That is a more legitimate deal than Chelsea going for Guirassy. That is more realistic than Chelsea going for Guirassy. And I'll get to that in a bit afterwards. We've still got more to deal with all of that madness. Hold that thought. Let's move to what have Chelsea done as of the last 24, 48 hours? And Aston Villa. Well, we both got a deal done for a player each, didn't we? Well, they took Ian Maatson and we took who? Kellyman. Well, on the back of that, this has happened. Academy players going for inflated fees. BBC Sport knows of at least one club that is so concerned it intends to raise the matter with the Premier League. Also, from Martin Ziegler, the PL Premier League is monitoring transfers that could be used to exploit a loophole in its spending rules to ensure they do not breach regulations about clubs acting in good faith. If transfer fees were seen as heavily inflated to circumvent the PSR rules, that could potentially be viewed as a breach. And they've obviously, we've got Chelsea and Aston Villa there because we've all just seen what's happened. When it comes to this, I'm trying to think about this logically. How can you really prove that a business deal between two parties was inflating the market, right? at the end of the day, if someone wants to show up to a shop and buy, okay, you buy this bottle of Aquapanna, right? It's probably a little higher than normal plastic bottled water, right? But if someone walked in right here now and went, listen, I'll buy this off you for 20 quid. Mate, I'll wrap it up for you as a gift if you want, because no one's buying a bottle for £20. But if someone wants to do that, I ain't stopping them. So when it comes to this, Aston Villa selling Omari Kellyman for £19 million, which is like buying this for 20 quid, then who's really at fault here? And how can you really prove that it's disingenuous? Like, at the end of the day, it's just a business transaction between two parties. But what you can do is look at the market value. Now, what might be on the back of this? I don't feel like anyone will get punished for this, but I feel like what on the back of this might happen is the Premier League might end up bringing in a rule in future, I'm guessing here, but I can see this happening, where you can't go above a certain amount compared to the market value of a player. There might be a cap that might be brought into place. So say if a player's market value is 50 million, then they'll probably say you can't go above 20% over the market value or something like that. Some cap, I'm guessing, might come in because of this. Which, to be fair, I wouldn't be against. Because it would mean that everyone gets a more fair value market in terms of going for players. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Now, in Italy, the opposite is happening. What do I mean by that? This is where I told you, hold that thought, bring that thought back to the table. Here's the latest on Victor Osimhen. Napoli are now willing to consider offers of about 100 million euros for Victor Osimhen, and that is much lower than his release clause. On top of this, Napoli are ready to lower their initial valuation for Victor Osimhen from his 150 million euro release clause to 100 million euro release clause to free up much needed transfer funds for new boss Antonio Conte, who is understood to be desperate to land Chelsea striker Romelu Lukaku this summer. Where has 150 million euros come from? That's not what we were told before. We were all told 120 million euros as a release clause. So I'm not sure I buy this one. It was 105 million pounds, 120 million euros, and now we're being told 150 million euros, and it's being lowered to 100 million euros, which would mean 90-ish million pounds. Still, no one's paying that. And for anyone that wants to say, maybe Chelsea will get him now. Let's just give them Lukaku and then we can get Victor Osimhen. Yeah, in a normal world, if this was Roman, yeah, this still would 100% be happening right now. Victor Osimhen would have already joined. But we're not going to do this. And I can guarantee you, we still wouldn't do this deal even if it was a straight swap between Osimhen and Lukaku. Even if they gave us Osimhen and we gave them Lukaku and they said, we don't want any more money, just give us Lukaku, we still wouldn't get it done. Why? Because of his salary. Now, some people might say, no, but Younes, Lukaku is on crazy money. We can just allocate that same money to Osimhen. Yeah, we could. Again, in a normal world, with a normal club, with a normal owner. Yes, I agree. I would do that. I'd just swap the two players. Not a problem. This guy was earning £315,000 a week. Not a problem. You'll be earning £300,000 a week. I'll save myself 15 grand a week. Right? We're not going to do that. That's too logical for Chelsea. For Chelsea, it's like I mentioned. That's what we're going to go for. Now that you can give 10k a week, 20k a week. Sorted. We are going to go and get a player like Mark Gu, and we're going to pay him peanuts, and then we're going to get rid of Lukaku, and then we're going to recoup all of that salary money and just keep it for ourselves. Or we can splash on 2 or 3 more youngsters. And once again, 2 or 3 more sperms. So That's what we're going to do. So Lukaku, ladies and gentlemen, forget it in terms of a straight swap for Victor Osimhen. Osimhen's not coming to Chelsea. Now, in the back of my head, I'm hoping, I'm hoping that me saying this means that it's going to happen. But, you know, because sometimes that's how things work on this channel. Sometimes I say something and the opposite happens. So I'm hoping, maybe, you know, but I don't think even that logic can help us. So, anyway, we'll see. Now, Florian Plettenberg's got more. Check this out. Exclusive, not only Chelsea, but also Aston Villa with a concrete interest in Maximilian Bjerre. Both clubs have gathered information about the 21-year-old top striker from Hoffenheim in recent days. Bjerre, with a release clause of around 30 million euros as transfer window, salary and signing fees. Bjerre, about his future, we can chat after the Euros. I just want to say this. If this is legit, how crazy is it that we just helped Aston Villa and now they want to come and take one of our targets? Talk about backstabbers. Backstabbers. They smiling in your face. If you know the song, you know the song. But listen, it's the name of the game. It's the name of the game. And I don't think we're going for Bjerre. 30 million euros. What's his salary, actually? That's what I haven't checked. I don't know. But I think we're actually going to go and get Marc Guiu from Barcelona. 6 million euro fee. Yeah, gets paid £2.50 an hour. I'm exaggerating. But I think he's on, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's on, I think in Barca he was on 20 or 40k a year. Again, peanuts. But anyway, I reckon we'll get a Marc Guiu and then we'll call it quits. Yeah, and then we'll go and shop in South America for more young players in other positions. I think that's what we're just going to do. And this is what's been confirmed by Simon Johnson. So here we go. Chelsea will continue to scour the globe for the best youngsters. They see Omari Kellyman, who is joining from Villa for £19 million, as an example of this policy. The club are also in talks with Boca Juniors over defender Aaron Anselmino. I'm going to end it there. I have nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. Chelsea Football Club. Wow. Let me know your thoughts down below. As I'm going to go and forget everything that I've just said. Because, listen, we've put all of this like must on next season. And it just does not look like Chelsea are really doing much about next season anyway. They're thinking about 6 years' time. Or 2030. 2030 and 2031. That's what we're planning for. Yeah, we might compete for a league title post 2030. Maybe we're taking the whole Agenda 2030, the UN 2030, everyone's talking about 2030. Maybe we're taking that a bit too seriously. Maybe we are just thinking 2030 onwards. We're going to be a futuristic club. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I will see if there's a news video to do earlier in the day. If there is, there is. If there isn't, then I will see you here for the England-Slovenia review. That you're definitely getting. So make sure you're here for that and we will go through the motions and see exactly how it's ended for England in terms of the group stage. So make sure you're here for that. Much appreciated. Check out the socials, the second channel in the description as well. More content coming there, you best believe. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.